Everyone. So today's lesson is about creating body paragraphs for an argument essay and writing a very strong, very organized body paragraph using something we call TICET. So take a minute to scan this article, 5 Ways Social Media Can Be Good for Teens. Try to find one piece of evidence that supports that social media is helping teens. Copy it in the box and then take a minute to explain why it supports that side. When we write body paragraphs, we always write arguments using TICET, TICET. So TICET is a way of organizing a body paragraph in an argument essay, or really it could be applied to any sort of writing that you might do. So this is the TICET structure. The first thing that we include is a topic sentence. Begin with a topic sentence that connects your claim and introduces the topic of the paragraph. This can be something very general, very open-ended. It should not be particularly specific in any way. Then you want to introduce your evidence. So in the article, give the title, put it in quotation marks, by, give the author's name, and then what does it do? It discusses, it explains, it states something. Then we're going to cite evidence. So give direct quotes to support your claim. Make sure that you put your direct quotes in quotation marks. Next, you need to explain your evidence. You need to give a lot of explanation. How does this evidence prove your claim? Really spell it out for your reader. Don't assume that they understand anything. Don't make them assume what you're talking about. Make sure you make the connection between what you're claiming and your evidence very, very clear. That's what your explanation is for. How does this evidence show what you are trying to say? If you're trying to show that social media is beneficial for teens, how is this evidence showing that? Finally, wrap up each body paragraph with a concluding sentence that summarizes what you've discussed and transitions to the next paragraph. So you want to end your body paragraph very neatly, sum up exactly what you've said. Try to avoid things like in summary, in conclusion, I've told you about. All of those kinds of sentence starters are really elementary and we don't use those anymore. So let's take a look at what this looks like in practice. So this is a really strong body paragraph that uses TICET. You're going to notice that this particular body paragraph uses 2 pieces of evidence and explains each of them. So we have a little TICECET. If you want to include more pieces of evidence in a paragraph, you simply just need to put them in the middle and make sure you explain them independently. So what does this sound like? Here's our topic sentence. Homework used to be a daily expectation, but many schools are beginning to question how effective daily homework can be. Introduce where you're getting your evidence from. In Homework, An American Failure by Lisa Henning, she argues for the elimination of homework. We have to cite some evidence. Henning states that, quote, many schools have adopted new policies that limit daily homework, especially in elementary schools, instead encouraging students to participate in activities with their peers and reading at home with parents. All right, now we have to explain, how does this evidence show that maybe homework is not as effective as we thought it was? Schools recognize students' time is better spent playing sports and spending time with friends and family. To add homework to a student's day can sometimes mean they don't get to eat dinner with their family. Is it really effective to spend dinner time doing homework? Wouldn't it be better for everyone to sit together and talk about their day? We cite another piece of evidence. Henning also states, in today's technological age, it has become easier for students to simply Google answers to questions or send pictures of completed homework to one another. Explain it. If students don't really value the learning, it's not effective. Too many students are not taking homework seriously, and it's not an effective use of their time at home. Certainly, we can figure out a way to change. So each of these explanations ties back to this idea about how effective daily homework can really be. And then finally, we tie it up. It's time to rethink how effective homework is and how students can better use their time after school. So this is a great, strong example of a TICET paragraph. So take a minute to answer. What do you think this writer does well? And what do you think they could improve? So one more time, the TICET checklist, just think about this as things that you need to check off and make sure you do throughout your paragraph. Topic sentence. Mentions the topic, uses one of the methods that's taught in our topic sentence lesson, and is one clear sentence. So think about going back to what you know about topic sentences. You can open up with a thoughtful question, but make sure that it's really thoughtful and it's not something like, do you know about social media? We want to make sure that it's actually engaging our reader. You can open up with a general statement, a fact. All of these are good ideas for topic sentences. Make sure your topic sentence is just one clear sentence. Introduce evidence. Make sure the article title is in quotes and the author's full name is included. Cite evidence. Cite it from your source and make sure you put quotations around it. Make sure that it actually proves your claim. What is it you're trying to prove to the reader? Make sure that your evidence proves that. Explain your evidence. Explain how the evidence proves your claim. This shows, this states, this supports. These are all really great sentence starters for tying it back. And then finally, tie it up with a concluding sentence. Restate something about the topic. Make sure that it's one clear sentence. Please use the TICET structure to organize your paragraphs. When you write in a very organized way, your ideas become clear to the reader, and generally, you're going to do a lot better on your essays. So now we're going to take some time to write a TICET paragraph. Using the article from the Do Now, 5 ways social media can be good for teens, write a TICET body paragraph on the benefits of social media. Imagine you're arguing that social media is beneficial for teens. Read the article and use at least 2 pieces of evidence in your response. So here you're going to see the template. We have a topic sentence, introduce your evidence, title, author, cite your one piece of evidence, explain how it proves your claim, cite another piece of related evidence, explain how that proves your claim, and then tie it up. Remember that we're trying to argue the benefits of social media for teens and that social media is actually a good thing. Make sure that you reach out if you have any questions.